This is a Minecraft cinematic. Breathtaking, stunning shots like these that captivate the audience. Every angle draws you deeper into the story and world of Minecraft. In this video, I will explain how you can create beautiful shots and gameplay like these. Using just a few simple mods and techniques, this is how you can turn Minecraft into a movie. That was pretty cool, right? Oh, I love Minecraft cinematics. All right, in order to make Minecraft look like a movie, we're gonna need a few modifications and techniques. I'm gonna break this video up into two parts, those being mods and cinematography. Now let's start with the mods. The two mods we're going to start with are mods that are pretty necessary. Those being a performance/shader mod and a replay mod. Now you have a few options when it comes to a performance/shader mod, those being Optifine, which is for Forge, and Sodium and Iris, which is for Fabric. I will be using Sodium and Iris, which tends to have better results. Now when it comes to the replay mod, you actually have two choices as well, those being Replay mod and Flashback. Now for the longest time, there really was only one option, that being Replay mod. However, there is a new mod called Flashback that is blowing people's minds, and we'll get to that in just a bit. These mods are going to serve as the foundation to our cinematic Minecraft shots. Sodium and Iris are going to enhance performance, especially while paired with lithium and ferret core. Most importantly though, Sodium and Iris adds shader support. Shaders make your game look absolutely stunning, and there are many different shaders to choose from. However, I'm going to highlight three of some of the most popular, those being BSL, Complementary Reimagine, and Solar. I tended to use Complementary Reimagine and BSL the most, but there are many shader packs out there, so go ahead and explore some of them. Now when it comes to the replay mod, this is when things get really cool. Replay mods allow you to go into post-production and add smooth cinematic shots. In this video, like I said, I am going to be highlighting Flashback, which is a new and upcoming mod that has some pros over the well-known replay mod. For one, Flashback has a better timeline, it has better keyframes, it has greater rendering flexibility, more settings, and just overall more features. Now we have a great foundation to start making some cinematic shots, but there are still some more mods to extend our flexibility. The first one of these mods is going to be one called Unbound FOV. Focal length is a huge part of cinematography, and the Minecraft equivalent to focal length is FOV. However, vanilla Minecraft limits you to just a minimum of 30 FOV. This can be quite limiting as FOV changes the entire dynamic of a shot. However, Unbound FOV gives you a range anywhere from 1 all the way to 360, which I don't know when you would ever need to use this because it inverts your screen, but getting those low focal lengths is a huge help, especially for making cinematic shots, as they overall just change the mood and feel of every single shot. The next mod is Skin Shuffle. Now, Skin Shuffle allows you to change your skin in-game, which can be very useful, especially if you're trying to change places or sets, or you're trying to do role-playing. The way the mod works is very simple. All you gotta do is go into your escape bar, hit Skin Presets, and then you can add as many presets as you want. And what's especially nice is you can simply choose usernames. So as you can see, I can just choose to get GREM5, and if I select his skin, you can see it changes my skin in-game. The next mod on this list is OrthoCam. Now this one is honestly just fun to mess around with, and I haven't really found out any practical examples, but as you can see, it allows you to get this really cool perspective. Whoa, this is really cool. And this is only on like 4 chunks. The only thing with this mod is, as you can see, when you zoom out, you can see some of the block faces aren't rendered, and that's because I believe of the performance enhancing mods we have. But if you want to try using this, I'm sure there's some really cool shots that you could think of. I mean, this is just a really cool mod to mess around with. Another mod I'll throw out there is mocap capture. Now, this one is really if you want to add extras in your scenes, but don't have extra accounts or don't want to get other people involved. Motion capture allows you to record player movements and then replay them back in real time. Now, I haven't really learned this one, and I'm not going to because I haven't found any use for it yet, but I'm sure a lot of you out there could probably find some great use for this one. Now pause. I know what you're probably thinking. This is a long list of different mods to install, and I don't know if I want to go through the effort of downloading every single one. Well, good news for you. I decided to compile all these mods and resource packs and shader packs into one mod pack that I have linked in the description on a mod run page. So it turns out you run into licensing issues when you try to put together a mod pack, so instead I decided to link all the mods in the description in order so that you can download them at your convenience. Anyways, you can download and use it for yourself for free, and feel free to add or remove anything you want from the mod pack. I just figured it'd be a great way to get people started in using this cinematic mod pack. Now back to the mods, we're going to move on to the more preference style mods. And the first one being one I've been using the whole entire video, which is called Zoomify. Zoomify is an incredible mod. I love it so much. It's basically the Optifine zoom, but 10 times better because it's smooth and you can zoom in as much as you'd like. 3D skin layers is the next one on the list, which is basically just changing the outer layer of your skin to add this 3D effect. If you don't know, your normal Minecraft skin has this outer layer, but it's just a 2D layer. This mod makes it a 3D layer, and I think overall changes the way it looks and makes it look a lot more immersive. Particular is the next mod on the list, which adds particles that really should be in the base game. Those including like splashes, fireflies, and even falling leaves, which I know are coming to the base game but aren't in the game yet, so that's why I added that in there. Overall, this mod adds a lot of immersion and really just changes the way the whole game feels, and I think is a really useful tool in adding immersion to your shots. Sitting Plus allows you to sit in multiple different positions and is excellent for setting a scene by posing the character. Now, for some weird reason, this mod doesn't seem to work in this mod pack, so I just got a simple sitting mod that allowed me to do this for the thumbnail. And that did. But as soon as the mod is compatible with whatever the issue is, you'll be sure that I'll use it. Distant Horizons is the next one on the list, and this is one I'm sure you've probably heard of. It allows for ridiculous render distances in an optimized way and is great for landscapes and overall immersion. The only problem is it doesn't seem to work with flashback yet. However, I checked and the developer did say they're working with Distant Horizons and it's going to be in an upcoming update, so that should be coming very soon. Finally, under the modifications, we have a few resource packs, starting with Fresh Animations. This one is an amazing mod that adds new animations to the existing mobs in the game. It adds more immersion and really just changes the way the game feels. I highly recommend this, and even when you're not making cinematic shots, I think this is just a great resource pack to have. The next mod is Fresh Moves, which is basically the Fresh Animations equivalent for the player. As you can see, my player walks differently, runs differently, everything's different about the player, but most notably is the eyeballs. Now, in order to make your eyes look like this, you're going to have to just change a few pixels in your skin file, but it's pretty simple to do, and I will link a video that explains how to do it very well. Bare Bones is the next one on the list, and this one just completely changes the way the game looks to make it more look like the Minecraft trailer. Now, there are a lot of resource packs I could have included that change the style of the game, but I just decided to add this one because it's a really unique one and I think gives a really cool effect, especially if you're trying to recreate the look of the Minecraft trailers. Now, if you want to look more into how this is achieved and how it can look even better with shaders and such, I'm going to recommend watching Low Res's Bones video where he shows you how to make it look like the trailer, and I just overall recommend watching the video. It's a really cool video. Now, you've likely noticed the insane terrain generation throughout this video, and that is thanks to the mod and data pack called Terralith. Terralith is an incredible mod that overhauls terrain generation in Minecraft to create some pretty stunning visuals. I would recommend it to create some pretty cinematic shots, but it's up to you if you want to use it, or if you want to just keep the vanilla look, that's completely fine too. Our game is now ready to be recorded, but before we move on to that, I would like to say that I absolutely loved making this video, and I would greatly appreciate it if you considered subscribing and liking the video. It really does mean a lot, as I've poured a lot into this video and all my videos, so if you could consider subscribing, that would be great, and also if you could let me know in the comments what you think of this video so far, that'd be greatly appreciated as well. Now that we've modified our game, allowing us to capture cinematic shots, let's move on to the second part of this video, cinematography. While shooting a movie scene, you're going to need to answer three main questions. What's the subject? Where's the subject? And what's the scene? First and foremost, what is the subject? This can range from a character to a mob to a specific location that you want to point your viewer to. But once your subject has been identified, you want to see where the subject is, and then frame your image correctly. Now, there are a few ways to guide your composition, but by far the most popular is by following the rule of thirds. The rule of thirds is a tool where you split your screen into 9 equal regions and place the subject on one of the intersecting lines. Create an overlay Overlays is a great mod that adds the third guidelines to your screen, and it also allows you to go into a vertical format, which can be useful if you're trying to make some shorts, and I do recommend this for framing up your shot. Flashback has this UI built into it already, but it's still useful to have creator overlays while you're in the game, and also if you want to try getting vertical format. By identifying and placing your subject in the right area of the frame, you're going to create a shot that makes sense. Now, the third and last question you need to ask yourself is, what is the scene? You're going to want to understand what the goal of the scene is. If it's an action scene, it might want to be more fast-paced with camera movements, but if it's landscape shots like the ones I did at the beginning, you're going to probably want more slower, methodical movements. Additionally, I'm going to throw in a few more quick tips that are useful for composition. Number one being depth of field. Depth of field is the cinematic blur you see in videos and images. It's a great way to draw your audience's eye to a specific part of the frame, especially if you're trying to focus it on a subject. In the beginning of the video, there was an instance where a bee was in frame and everything else was slightly blurry. This was using depth of field, which is actually a built-in feature to a lot of shader packs, so I recommend trying to use it in a few shots. Another useful tool is camera movements. Utilizing rotation, speed, and FOV are all a great way to create different feels for your shot. Another very, very important part of cinematography is music and sound. Music and sound is such an important part of cinematography and really is, as many filmmakers say, half of a cinematic shot. Just take these two clips for example. See one with music, and without. See how much that changed the shot? Music and sound is a huge part of a video and really should be taken into consideration. Another tip I have for you is overshoot. Always get more clips than you need. You're always going to end up needing more shots than you actually took, so always try to overshoot and get too many clips so you have more to work with in your editing. And that leads me on to my final tip, which is editing. Now, this is not an editing tutorial, but there are many videos out there to help you, and if you're looking for a good software to start with, I personally use DaVinci Resolve, which is for some crazy reason completely free, and I highly recommend it. Now that you have the modifications in cinematography, the best way for you to get better is just to create cinematic shots. So I'll encourage you here, if you want to make shots like these, just go out and start making some cinematic compositions. As with everything, the more you do it, the better you'll get. Even just in my time creating compositions for this video, I found that they were increasingly getting better and better. So go out there and make some cinematic shots, because you never know. The opportunities are really endless, and who knows? Maybe you're going to create something that shocks you and even the world.